I am fucking done. That was a crazy leg session. Jesus Christ. We did like leg presses and you started doing like 10 reps and then when you finish 10 reps you put on an extra plate and then did 10 again and then an extra plate and then 10 again. Fucking hell, that was crazy. And you get to see my calves from up close as well. That reminds me that I really gotta do something with my tattoo on my calf. It's actually a drunken tattoo. My brother did it to me when I was like 19 or something. I really need to do something about that. Right now, I'm actually gonna go to Subway, get myself some lunch because I finished my cut yesterday. So I'm gonna celebrate today. And I'm gonna go to Moffat's Beach because it's awesome there. So go to Subway and then I'll see you at Moffat's. Oh, I tell you one thing, my legs are fucked from the gym session we just had. Jesus. I don't know if there's gonna be like 12,000 steps today because it might be a little bit hard. But I'm definitely gonna be outside because first day of spring. And I would say that it's like probably 26 degrees, 25, 26. Nothing to complain about. Feeling pretty good about that. And I got some Subway as well. And I'm gonna eat this right now. So what do we got? We got pickles, we got cucumber, we got olives, we got spinach, lettuce, red onion, tomato, cheese, chicken, of course, and hot sauce, because hot sauce is life. I need it in my life. Damn, that's good. So my plan now going forward is that I'm gonna actually do something called reverse dieting. A few people who don't know what reverse dieting is that you gradually increase your calorie intake. So I'm gonna increase my calorie intake starting from today by 200. So that makes my calorie intake 2,700. So I'm gonna sit at 2,700 for 3 to 4 weeks and then I'll increase with 200 again. Reverse dieting basically means that you're increasing your metabolism over time, which means that you're gonna be able to eat more and be at the same weight. So that's the goal right now. I want to stay lean for as long as I can. I mean, I never want to bulk ever again. This is the new normal for me. I'm going to stay as lean as I can. I'm going to reverse diet, so I'm going to be able to eat as much as I can and still maintain my weight. And that way I'm going to be able to eat, stay lean and build muscle at the same time. So that's the goal right now. And yeah, that's just the plan leading forward. But it actually feels pretty good to be out of a deficit right now because it's been more suffering, I gotta tell you that, because I reckon I'm down at like 8% body fat right now, and it's actually quite common that when you get down to 8%, that means that you're gonna start feeling more suffering and you're gonna start thinking a lot more about food, and it's not very pleasant doing that, so it's gonna be good to start eating a little bit more again. Just like always, Subway never disappoints. 8.8 out of 10. Yep. Pretty solid, pretty solid. I'm here at Moffat's Beach again. It's pretty awesome here. I've shown you this place before. It's a bunch of rocks everywhere. But I gotta say that it's pretty tough climbing cliffs now because my legs are dead. Thank you, Shane, for showing me that leg press exercise. It was good, but you killed me. And thank you for filming as well. So Shane is a new buddy of mine in the gym. We train together and we work together. And he's a new trainer as well. And yeah, we've been having tons of fun. And there was a new girl joining yesterday, Mariana. I feel like the team and the vibe and the community down at Good Life is just exactly as I want it to be at a workplace. It's actually the best workplace I've ever worked at, ever. And it doesn't feel like going to a job. Like I said before, it feels like going down and hanging out with a bunch of friends, doing some crazy shit, doing some challenges. And yeah, it's just an extremely, extremely good and healthy workplace. And I love that. Oh, there's a sofa down there. Look. So you can sort of like walk down here. And oh, there's a sofa over there too. See that? So I've decided that I'm gonna make a little challenge for myself. It was actually Shane's idea. I'm gonna start doing muscle ups wherever I go. Like every bar that is like fitting for muscle ups, I'm gonna start doing muscle ups. Because I wanna get to 10. My record is 8 right now. I reckon I can probably get to 10 because I did 7 today in the gym. And that was after doing deadlifts, like you saw. So I'm getting pretty good with muscle ups, and it's fucking crazy how much you improve like in bodyweight exercises when you actually lose a little bit of weight. So I've lost about 8 to 9 kilos right now, and my muscle ups went from 3 to 8. And as I said, I reckon I can probably get them up to 10. And when I can do that, I'll start feeling pretty good about myself, because muscle ups is hard. I remember when muscle ups used to be hard for me, but not so much anymore. I just feel like it's just a basic movement for me right now. It's an extremely fun exercise. It's probably the most fun exercise I know. right now. And yeah, as soon as I see a muscle-up bar, I'm just gonna smash out as many as I can. So that's a little challenge right now I got going on for me. But I gotta say that I feel pretty fucking good right now. Not only physically and mentally, but spiritually and emotionally as well. And it's all because everything has fallen into place into my life. The way I live right now, I can do for a long time. And I don't have to change anything. And I'm getting to terms with a lot of stuff. And I feel like I'm letting go of a lot of stuff that's been on my mind for a long time. I told you before about the stress that I experienced with getting a job and getting a car, getting a visa, all that, but everything is sorted, so it feels a little bit surreal to be able to say that I can relax for the first time in my life, not having to change anything. And it feels new, because I've never thought that way ever before. But at the same time, it feels fucking good though. The only thing I gotta look out for is to look for things that I want to change, because that's an issue that I have. I always plan for the next step. I gotta get used to the feeling of not having to plan for the next step, because that's just causing stress in my mind. So what I'm gonna do now, relax, meditate, read, appreciate whatever I built for myself, because this life is amazing and I don't want to change anything. I love life.
If you love me right, yeah, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should now, baby. This could be the summer of our lives, the summer of our lives. Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night.
So one thing that's kind of like new to me is to not have an area in my life that I feel like I want progress in right now or need progress in right now. Of course I want progress in my life, but I've always been that way, that I need to have some sort of progress in my life. And that's been a fact for a very long time. Ever since I came out of the feelings where I were super lost when I was like 24 years old, I felt like I've always needed progress in my life. And that's not a case anymore, and that's a thing that I really have to get used to, because I can almost like feel my mind wanting to progress and wanting to look for the next step, even now when I'm like happy with everything. That's just the ego telling me that I need to progress, and I gotta realize that whatever I'm doing right now is gonna be the beginning of the life that I'm gonna live for the rest of my life. I don't need to think where I'm gonna end up. I don't need to have any goals anymore, and that feels freaking good and a little bit scary at the same time, because I've been used to having goals and like a clear direction, or I've been wanting to have progress in my life for such a long time that it feels a little bit scary not to have that way. But then again, I'm always about facing my fears and challenging myself and stepping outside my comfort zone and stuff like that. So it's not really that I'm concerned about it, it's just a new feeling in my life that whatever I have built right now, I'm just gonna enjoy that and not look for the next step. And that's a little bit of a challenge for my mind. But I also realized that how I'm feeling right now, I've never felt this good ever before. So it's just a matter of fact of getting used to the idea of not looking for progress and not looking for ways to improve my life or whatever. Because I don't even want to. It's just my brain that wants to do that. Or my mind is so used to thinking that way that it's like an autopilot of doing that. But me, as a person, I'm not my mind, I'm not my thoughts, I'm not my feelings. I'm the awareness behind my mind and my feelings and my emotions. I can sort of observe that behavior, and that's why I'm talking about it right now, because it's not healthy to be that way, and it's not healthy to look for the next step all the time. Because you're never in the now, you're never in the present moment, you're just looking for the next step all the time. And I don't want to live that way anymore. So I'm very happy with this epiphany that I've had, and I'm very happy with how I've transformed my life into something that I don't want to escape from. I live a life right now that I feel like I don't need a vacation from, and that is fucking amazing. The thing is that my mind is just walking around and wondering like when I'm gonna get tired of this, because I usually get tired of things extremely quickly. So that's actually the thing that I need to work on, is to not look for the next step, take it chill and exist in the present moment more, and just observe my mind whenever my mind tries to figure out the next step, because I don't want the next step. I want to be here, I want to be now. I want to meditate, I want to take care of myself, I want to train my body, I want to train my clients, I want to become more in tune with my spirituality, more in tune with my body. And that's the most important thing in my life right now, except for my family and my friends and everything like that. But for my personal journey, that's all I need to do right now. I still have visions for how I want the future to look, but it doesn't need to happen tomorrow. Right now I'm doing this and I feel fucking awesome, and I feel like I can do this job and be at this workplace for a long time. And like I said, whenever my mind starts to wander, I just come back to the present moment. I take a couple of deep breaths, and I realize that whatever I built right now is how I want my life to look in the future anyway. That's the weird thing, because I see myself living like this in the future anyway, and still my mind tends to wander to however the future is gonna look or whatever. And it's just so weird, like how the mind works. The mind never wants to be happy wherever it is. It always tries to focus on the past and regretting the past. I used to do that so much in the past. I never do that anymore. I'm so happy with everything I've done. Even the bad things that I used to regret so fucking much, I'm so proud of that I've done, because those things put me on this journey. But my mind tends to wander to the future now a lot. And it's weird that it does that, because I don't even want another future than how I'm living right now. So the mind is just being like a monkey mind. It wants to wander, and it wants things to be different, and it never wants to exist in the now. But if you're aware of that and you can observe your thoughts, then you don't have to worry about it, because you don't have to listen to your thoughts. You are not your mind. You're just the awareness, being aware of your mind and being aware of your thoughts. You're just gonna have that epiphany, you're just gonna have that intuitive sort of insight. Because if you're trying to think your way out of thinking, it makes no sense. So I just made my way down this giant wall right here. And I gotta say that my legs are pretty sore. And if you're like me and like 99.999% of all the other population of humanity, then you might have a mind that's tend to wander a bit, tend to wander to the past, tend to wander to the future. How I've helped myself get away from that, and how I've trained myself to become conscious of what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, instead of actually identifying with my emotions and my feelings. Meditation opened up another world for me. I recommend meditation. I sit down 15 to 20 minutes every morning, and I try to do it every evening as well. I've been bad at it, doing it in the evenings now actually, but it's definitely something that I'm gonna start picking up again, because I've noticed such a massive difference in my life and how I react to my emotions, how I react to my thoughts. Most people tend to react to what they're thinking. So if they get triggered by something, or if they get irritated by something, they react on that. And actually a very big chunk of humanity tend to react on their emotions and react on their thoughts. Meditation helps you to not do that. Meditation helps you to stay present in the moment, and helps you to actually be the observer of yourself, if that makes sense. So I definitely recommend everybody try meditation. I believe that if everybody on Earth would meditate, the planet would be a much better place. So that's number one, what I recommend people doing to get away from your brain, get away from your monkey mind, get away from your ego, whatever you want to call it. Number two, what I do every morning, journal, gratitude journal. I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for, and I write down my feelings. Also, other days I write down one thing that I love, for example, one thing I love about myself, one thing I love about my life, stuff like that. Also, a very good thing to get down from your brain into your body, and sort of like embody the moment instead of letting your ego control you or whatever. Number 3 is cold showers. I take cold showers every morning, and I've been doing that for over 600 days now, and it is amazing. So I recommend everybody try one of those 3 things, or if you want to challenge yourself for a week, for example. And if you think to yourself, oh, I could never do cold showers, or I could never sit down and meditate for 15 minutes, that's the voice I'm talking about that's controlling your life. Because that part of your brain is running you. And if you're listening to that voice, and if you're identified with that voice, that means that you're run by the program. If you can be the listener to that voice and be like, oh, that's just thoughts telling me that I can't sit down and meditate for 15 minutes. It's not me telling that to myself. If you can realize that, then you've taken a big step into the right direction. Realize that that voice telling you that you can't sit down and meditate for 15 minutes, that's not you. It's a survival mechanism. We can observe that part, we can observe our emotions, we don't have to be those things, we don't have to identify with it. That's actually 3 things that's helped me in an amazing way, and I wish that everybody would try it, at least for like, I don't know, a week, a month. You're going to realize that it's gonna change your life. That's what it's done for me, at least. Alrighty, look what I got. This is ice cream, and it's not the regular ice cream, it's actually protein ice cream, and it's not even 400 calories for this entire thing, and it also has 25 grams of protein, which is pretty awesome. I'm gonna try this now, and I'm gonna enjoy this, because it's been a while since I had ice cream. Salted caramel, Pro, I think it's an Australian brand actually. So yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna have a little taste test. Oh my god. If you live in Australia, try this. Actually, 10 out of 10 ice cream. So, say for example that you are struggling with like overthinking or being too much in your head or worrying about the past or worrying about the future. Try those things that I said before, meditation, cold showers and journaling, because as you become more present and as you start to enjoy the present moment, just gonna start embody yourself more, which is gonna build your self-trust, your self-worth, which is gonna make you more confident in everyday life.
If you love me right, yeah, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should now, baby. This could be the summer of our lives, the summer of our lives. Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. You love me right.
That's 10. The last one was a little bit dodgy though. I gotta admit that, I lost my grip. But I did 10. That's the goal. Jesus, that's intense. 10 muscle ups. Alright, feels pretty good. Alright, so next goal is to be able to do 10 strict ones. That's gonna be pretty hard because strict ones means that you don't use the momentum, or sort of, you don't use the swing sort of. Those ones are actually really hard. I managed to do 2 different occasions. I managed to do 1 strict one, and then I sort of lose how I do it. So I haven't really taught my brain how to do it. So muscle memory, I gotta start practicing that. So that's basically when you stand directly underneath the bar. And yeah, those are extremely hard. But 10 ones with a swing, I'm extremely happy with that. And I managed to do it in the same vlog that I actually did a challenge. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Next goal, 15. Yeah, as you can see, it's starting to get pretty beautiful outside now. Sun has already set. It's a little bit of a day in life today. The leg day today really crushed me, but I appreciate that though. I like to smash myself when I do legs. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up right here. I really hope that you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please follow me on Instagram as well. It's I'm Kim, so I'll link it down in the description below. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Peace.
You love me